Mga kwentong success ng kapwa mo call center employees. Call Center Radio. Tuwing linggo, alas 7 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga. Dito lang sa DZRJ 810 AM. Mapapanood sa Facebook Live at YouTube sa 8Try Media.
Makakasama niyo po ako. Ako po si M.A. Buendia, isang call center vlogger, social media influencer at motivational speaker.
Tapumumuno ng nag-iisang voice master ng Pilipinas, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Call Center Radio, powered by Pochology Academy and Creative Voices Productions.
Good morning mga ka-teammates and welcome to the pilot episode of Call Center Radio, a show for the corporate vampires in BPO. Tayo po ay magsasama-sama sa isang oras ng inspiration, motivation, and empowerment na hatid sa inyo ng mga ka-teammates sa industriya ng call center at BPO. At sa ngalan ng isa sa pinakakilalang motivational speaker sa buong bansa, walang iba kundi ang ating voice master sa Pilipinas, the one and only Sir Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Ako po ang inyong ka-teammate sa programang ito. My name is M.A. Buendia, isa po akong call center vlogger, social media influencer, motivational speaker, and also I've been in the BPO industry for more than 7 years. Binabati ko rin na magandang umaga ang ating mga ka-teammates sa buong Pilipinas. Alam ko karamihan sa inyo ay rest day ngayon. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. And yung iba mga galing lang ng shift. And of course, sa mga nanonood sa atin through the live streaming sa Facebook at YouTube, isearch nyo lang po ang 8Try Media at mag-participate kayo sa discussion by commenting. And please share it with your friends. Or, pwede rin kayong tumawag o mag-text sa 0917-800-8587. Okay, ngayong araw na ito makakasama ko ang aking guest co-host. Nagmita kami kagabi sa office ni Sir Choi. Actually, we just had this immediate bond, maybe because we have the same advocacy, and that's basically to inspire people. So, go ahead, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, mga ka-teammates! For those na pauwi pa lang, good evening! And for those na naka-rest day, happy rest day! My name is Tanya Sempron, and I am an engineer by profession. But like you, I'm working in the BPO industry for almost 3 years now. I work with Shell Business Operations as data analyst na quality assurance. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, bago ang lahat, magpapasalamat din tayo sa ating mga station managers sa pagtitiwalang binigay nila sa atin. Of course, that is Sir Nestor Doria and Miss Kayda, sir. Of course naman din, this program is made possible by Pochology Academy, inspiring greatness, excellence, and success, and the Creative Voices Productions. So mga ka-teammates, mention ko lang, no, apart from being on air dun sa radio, we are also in live simulcast with Dai Masbate, Explore TV, Channel 17, Phil Products Cable TV Butuan, 107.1 Power FM, Puerto Princesa, Palawan, and 97.1 Wow FM, Rojas, Northern Palawan. So, actually, nakalimutan ko, no, dapat first ko tong ginagawa kasi today, mga ka-teammates, is actually Mother's Day. Right. So, i-greet ko yung aking, of course, beloved inang reyna ko, si Miss Raquel Daria. Without her, I am not here.
Yeah, nataon naman ang ating pilot episode ay nataon sa isang Mother's Day.
Yes, very special.
So, to all the mommies in the industry, sa call center, or kahit na sa ibang corporate companies there, alam ko meron tayong mga ka-teammates dyan na mothers, yung mga bosses natin who are acting like mothers to us. To everyone, I mean, happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Of course, to my mom, I know you're watching right now. You're
supportive.
Listening. Yeah, I mean, happy Mother's Day. I love you. So, by the way, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm very excited for today, and you know, hanggang ngayon parang ano pa rin siya.
Surreal.
Surreal na nandito na tayo sa radio, I mean, call center
this
radio.
This is it.
Yeah, we are both from the BPO industry, and for those of you who are not familiar with the BPO, marami po siyang parang branches. So hindi lang siya call center na parang nagtitake ng calls. So by the way, again, my name is M.A. Ginagawa ko na pong mag-call center vlog or vlogging about the life at the BPO industry for about 10 months now.
Wow.
So I think that earned my ticket to be invited to host this show. So I'm just very honored. So today we are going to talk about what is BPO, the business processing outsourcing industry in the Philippines, and what is the call center. Kasi iba napapag-mix nila yon, or yung mga people na outside the industry, they would think na parang telephone operators lang ang lahat.
Mostly kasi pag sinabi mong BPO, agad ang equivalent agad nun is sinasabi nila call center agents na agad. So not everybody in the BPO is actually call center agents. Marami pa siyang processes, sub-processes na tinatawag. Depende kung ano yung handle nila.
Right. Diba? So, we are going to talk about that in a bit, as well as the common misconceptions about the BPO workers or call center workers. And isa yun sa mga advocacy ng channel ko. I created my YouTube channel to basically empower aspiring call center agents and those people who are working in the industry, to let them realize let them value their profession or be proud of their profession. Kasi isa yun sa mga importante talaga. And of course, mag-share din tayo ng mga job interview tips. Alam ko maraming mga fresh grads lang ngayon.
Congratulations! This is and welcome to welcome to life, no?
Welcome to the real world.
Ito yung totoo.
So, ayan. Mag-share kami ng mga interview tips, and then yung mga stories namin nung nag-start pa lang kami mag-work. Kung ano yung mga struggles, pagiging isang newbie. Alam ko, medyo nagre-relax pa yung iba. It's a very beautiful Sunday morning. Yun nga.
Buti hindi maulan.
Hindi maulan, hindi matraffic. And then, masaya. Ang haba ng araw ngayon, napansin mo, parang 5:30ish pa lang, may araw na.
Sumisikat na yung araw.
And then, minsan, 6 p.m. na, kagabi, na-notice ko lang na super liwanag pa rin.
Oo.
Yun.
Well, it's summer pa da kasi. So, remind ko lang sila, MA, na we're not only makikinggan nyo lang sa radio, but you can also keep in touch with us. Siyempre, you can text us sa 0917-100-8586. Tapos, you can also, siyempre, call center yung usapan natin, no? Hotline, pwede nyo kaming tawagan, 412-0288. 977-7589 and live over DZRJ 810 AM. Pwede din kayong pumunta sa website www.8trymedia.com, and we are also live sa Facebook, diba? Facebook.com/8trymedia, and then you can follow us at Twitter at 8trymedia, and on Instagram, syempre kami, updated kami sa lahat ng social media, no? It's also at 8trymedia, and our YouTube channel, which we are also live, no? 8trymedia din. So, diba, ang dali lang niyang i-memorize.
Yeah, isang madali lang pong kabisaduhin ang aming hashtag. Dapat ng hashtag eh.
Hashtag
Call Center Radio. I'm currently sharing the live session on my page as well. You can follow me on my social media, MA Buendia HD, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting a vlog about this episode as well.
Wow, very exciting. So, ginagawa pa lang siya, may plano na siya, no?
Right. So, today, let's talk about your BPO experience. I mean, how did you start in the call center, in the BPO industry? Right?
So, BPO, actually, it's been almost 3 years na ako in the industry. I work in Shell Business Operations. How did I get started there? Nakita ko siya. I didn't even know na BPO siya. Yung tinignan ko, Shell, I wanted to get into Shell. Kasi diba, it's a big company, it's multinational. So, sabi ko, I'll give it a try. And when I got into there, dun ko na-understand na, okay, this is a BPO kasi we support yung Shell business.
Right.
Yung difference lang siguro niya with other BPOs is, eto, captive siya. So, we only cater for Shell.
Okay.
So, solo lang namin yung Shell. Yes, in-house siya kung tinatawag, no? So, I'm in products team, ibig sabihin kami nag-handle ng mga product, pero data kasi siya. So whatever you see, yung pagbibili kayo ng mga crudo, mga langis, yung mga details na nakikita mo dyan sa bote, kami naglalagay niyan in the system.
Wow.
So kami, lahat ng product ni Shell, kami nag-handle niyan. So after nun, actually operations ako, quality assurance, minimake sure ko na lahat ng nami-maintain ng mga ka-teammates ko are actually correct. So, I've been working QA in operations for 9 months. So, naramdaman ko yung shifting. Yun talaga yun eh. Yung, sige, papasok ka ng 1 week na night shift.
Right.
Kasi hindi ka handa. Oh my gosh, graveyard to. Pero sige, marami naman kaming naka-graveyard. Yun yung important dun eh. Na kahit na ayaw mo kasi graveyard, dapat natutulog ka ng mga shift na to. But, you know, the company of your teammates, yun yung masaya.
Right.
Kaya, na-survive ko siya.
Well, ako naman, nag-start din ako sa BPO way back in 2010. Graduate ako ng programming, computer science major in application development. Pero, I would like to challenge myself during that time. Kasi parang call center, parang yung misconception sa kanya, napaka happy-go-lucky. Ito yung para sa mga trabaho, ito yung trabaho para sa mga taong hindi nila alam kung ano yung gusto nilang gawin. And ito yung mga telephone operators na mga liberated. And ito
Yun yung
mga
common na sinasabi ng iba, no?
Pero, when I started working, na-realize ko na merong career talaga. I mean, it's a serious profession. And then sabi mo nga kanina, when you are working for an oil refinery. Okay? So, ganun ka-critical yung trabaho. So, hindi lang siya basta-basta parang customer-facing or anything na parang kayang gawin ng mga no-brainer. Kasi sinasabi nila pag call center, parang kahit pa high school graduate, kayang or anything. Parang people just look down on the profession.
Yeah, that's the sad thing, no? Kasi yung mga tao kasi, mahilig silang magbigay ng judgment without them knowing na it's so much more than that. The responsibility of being in a call center or being in a BPO is so much more than kung anong iniisip nila. Syempre, hindi naman sila nag-penetrate inside the industry, kaya mabilis lang sabihin. So, kaya yung nga purpose ng radio na to is to make them understand that it's more than that. And you know, where can you get it from? Best, 'di ba? From the people who are inside the industry.
Exactly. So ayun nga, ang difference po ng call center at ng BPO, actually if you are just because you're working in a BPO company doesn't automatically mean that you are a call center agent. But if you are a call center agent, it means that you are actually working for a BPO company or you're in the BPO industry, okay? Kasi sa BPO po, meron po tayong mga tinatawag na tech support. Meron siyang non-voice, may mga voice account. Meron din tayong tinatawag na data analysts, data encoders. Anything that is being outsourced here in the Philippines. Kaya nga siya business process outsourcing. Kasi yun talaga yung trabaho. Pero we do the job instead of other people.
Yes. So, yun nga, it's better na ma-define siya, no? Clear na siya ngayon.
Clear na siya ngayon. Ang call center, hindi lang siya lahat ng tao.
Yes.
Ang BPO, hindi lang siya para sa lahat ng taong nagko-calls.
Oo, hindi siya calls lahat.
Doon ako nag-start. Actually, nothing against people who are working in a call center na nagko-calls. Kasi, for me, na-strengthen yung communication skills because of that. I mean, way back in 2010, nag-start ako as a tech support for a telecommunications company in the United States.
Wow.
I cannot really name names because if you're familiar with the rule sa isang call center company, if it's like an outsourced company, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin kung sino yung client mo.
Confidentiality agreement kasi meron tayo.
Yun. So, year after year, I've been transferred to different projects. So, parang I've been with this company for like 7 years now. And then, naging, nagpalipat-lipat ako for like 7 projects na. And then so far, parang dito, 2 years na ako dito sa project nito.
That's very nice.
Yeah. So, ibig sabihin, meron pong career route and meron pong growth doon sa company, okay? Or sa BPO industry. I started as an agent and then I got promoted to a support. And then, nagkaroon ng program sa company namin where you can study a third language.
Wow,
so,
that is very nice.
Be part of that
project.
Diba?
So, meron kang opportunity to learn.
So, right now, I'm a trilingual. So, I know.
Ano yan, yung third language mo?
Third language. It's Spanish. Si yo hablo Espanyol.
Ay, ako pinadora lang, no? Abre! Come on, Babanas!
Ayun, super fun.
Nice.
Super saya niya actually. And then, of course, siyempre nag-level up, okay? Yung when it comes to the pay and then yung profile mo, your skills, meron ka ng added skill dun sa resume mo. And then, isa siyang advantage. I mean, yung mga tao kasi ngayon, normally kapag call center ka, inisip nila, dead-end job na siya.
Yeah.
You know? Parang, yan na lang siya. Magtitake ka lang siya ng calls. But, you manage your future. For those of you who are contemplating working in a call center, or for those of you who are in the call center right now, thinking na parang, baka agent na lang ako offer. Maraming opportunities inside. You can be a part of the support team. You can become a lead, a manager. who knows?
Diba?
It's up to you.
Ang important naman kasi din doon, you would know na you're not only stuck there.
Exactly.
Diba? Kung ayaw mong mabore on a routinary job, level up na tayo. Give chance naman din for others to get into what you are into. Tapos ikaw, punta ka na dun sa higher level, diba? Para hindi ka mabore and you will actually learn a lot. And yun naman, diba, yung important doon, na whatever you do, you learn and you love what you do. I have full respect with all those call center agents kasi by heart, meron akong family members na naging call center agent din. And it was very helpful because let's face it, financially, it will help you, diba? Practicality-wise. It pays the bills, baby.
5 figures sa ganyan.
Diba? You don't get to...
incentives.
Tsaka ang magandang part nun is dumating siya when marami tayong professionals na hindi makahanap ng job.
Exactly.
Rather than be jobless, meron silang napuntahan na venue, meron silang pangtusto sa pagkain nila in everyday, diba? It doesn't only give you what you want, what you need, rather. Yung needs lang na common. It also pays for what you want. Diba? Ganun naman din talaga yung tinitingnan natin for a job before we go to what we really are passionate about. Pero if you can go to what you're passionate about na after graduation yun na, very good. That's a very nice blessing.
Yeah, super saya. And then, actually, yun nga, marami nga tayo natutunan sa call center. Later, after ng commercial, pag-uusapan pa natin yung mga common misconceptions about the call center people or BPO people in general. Time check sa buong Kapuluan, it's 7:23 a.m.
Good morning pa din.
Kalahating oras na tayo almost. So yeah, magbabalik po kami. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Ito ang DZRJ 8:10 a.m. H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Okay, nagbabalik po tayo mga ka-teammates dito pa rin sa Call Center Radio and we are live on Facebook and on Twitter. On YouTube, sorry.
Pwede din gawa natin ng live yung Twitter.
Tayo ng Twitter account.
Na-foresee natin yun
Yeah, let me just greet some of the Facebook viewers natin. Yeah, Just Buendia, Shana Sino, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Janelle, we have Alfredo Manicad. Thanks for the advice daw. Ayun.
Wow.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Also have Burns. Ayan.
So, good morning sa inyo.
You may join the discussion. If you have some questions, go ahead and post it or just comment.
Yes, it's very welcome, no? Kasi this show is actually for you.
Exactly.
Diba? This is meant for you. Tapos, syempre, hindi naman kami yung all-knowing. We want to know then what you think about any topic that we have.
Exactly.
Diba?
Yun nga, pag-uusapan natin yung mga common misconceptions about call center agents. So, kung sino man yung mga parang may mga nagko-contemplate pa kung mag-a-apply ba ako dyan. Kasi doon din ako iniisip ko before. Parang meron din akong parang mag-apply ako na kayo iisipin ng ibang tao na parang nag-aral ka pa ng 4-year course tapos magko-call center ka lang, sisigaw-sigawan ka lang ng mga customers mo. Parang nakakababa siya pero in a way parang you will thank those experiences because you will really learn a lot from them.
Yes. Yung tipong na-try ko din yan na parang meron kang customer tas yung feeling nila super special sila. Syempre entitled naman din yung mga customers for that kasi usually they call kapag meron silang complaint. Good thing if they call to give you motivation
or commendation, diba?
That's
pero
very Lord, thank you. May tumawag sa akin, diba? It will pump you up. Pero most of the time siguro 80-90% puro complaint. And yun yung parang na-appreciate ko talaga dun sa mga call center agents because imagine for almost 80% to 90% of your shift, pinapagalitan ka and you're not even, hindi naman ikaw yung may kasalanan
You're apologizing for the mistake that
others committed, diba? Yeah. So parang, wow, ang galing, nakaya nila yun. Tapos, you really have to stretch your patience.
Patience is a talent in this industry. So, isa yun dun sa mga parang give up ko. Kasi before, when I was like studying, if you insult me or if you say negative things to me, I will like curse you back or say something more negative, diba? Ngayon, parang since they are customers, they are actually, kahit pakausap mo lang sila sa phone, kahit na hindi mo naman sila kaharap, you have to be professional all the time and you have to really maintain the professionalism and professional all the time. But you really have to make sure na maayos pa rin yung customer service mo because you're representing the company and not just yourself. So, isa yun sa mga pinakamagandang natutunan ko rin. And, of course, aside from the patience, ito yung you're outside your comfort zone. Okay? Kasi nandun yung growth outside the comfort zone. O parang iniisip ko kasi nun, programming, very lang siya, diba? Parang kaya mo na mani-mani mo yung mga codes. So parang hindi kasi ganun ka-routinary yung job when it comes to BPO. Para ka lang din nasa school and then you are constantly being monitored or everything is like being measured. Even your break time, even your yung mga late, diba?
Kasi we have to cater, diba, with a lot of projects na nandun sa atin. Syempre, pag ikaw yung customer, you want to get the best out of the people working for you. So, kaya ganun yung medyo may monitor. Pero, hindi naman ibig sabihin na nisistrict ka na talaga na hanggang dyan lang yung break mo. If you have to, then magpaalam ka lang sa TL nyo. Diba? It's called respect naman din. So, yun nga yung maganda about it.
Another call center misconception din, yung masyado daw maluho and mahilig sa mga gadgets or yung mga mahilig sa Starbucks, yung mga gano'n, yung mga parang nag-splurge agad dahil malaki yung salary. No, I mean, after working for a call center, after working for 7 years dito sa industry na to, nakita ko talaga na may mga tao pa rin sa industry na talagang humble and then talagang parang nagsusupport sila ng family nila. It's either single mom or breadwinner. Meron din ako mga nakita na nag-aaral pa, nagse-self-support sila ng study nila.
True. Meron din akong friend na ganun when we were in college, she went into call center. Not because gusto niya bumili ng mga something na mga mahal and all. Ang gusto niya is matulungan niya sarili niya. And if bibili man siya ng something na mahal, at least it came out from her own pocket.
Exactly.
Diba? Sometimes sometimes kasi yung feeling mo na, diba, yun nga 80% to 90% of your time pinagagalitan ka ng customer. It's a way of tapping yourself na you've done good.
Exactly.
So diba, gift to self yun if bumili man sila ng mga gadgets, pero doesn't necessarily mean na maluho sila.
You have to reward yourself. Kailangan mo talaga yun. And then people also think this is like the worst job. Actually, this is like the second most difficult job.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's not the worst job.
It's not the worst. Because even though if it's like the worst, it's still being jobless is still worse than having the worst job, in my opinion. Kung wala kang income, let's say for 2 months na already, paano mo babayaran yung mga bills mo?
Yun, let's be practical, di ba?
Super expensive mabuhay. Okay?
Mas mahirap yung mabaon ka sa utang, di ba?
Ayun, ano pa mga misconception normally for a BPO worker?
Yung usually kasi daw super boastful, yung laging naging English kahit na nasa jeep daw. Mind you, people, sila po ay 8% to 90% of your time kailangan nila mag-English. Tapos hindi mo yan agad-agad masishift na paglabas ko ng office, magtatagalog ako ng straight. Siyempre, you got used to speaking English na.
Alala ko nung dati during training, kasi normally yung mga nag-i-English, karamihan sa kanila, mga newbies to sa call center. Kasi strict talaga yung trainer nyo. Kailangan kasi makapasa kayo dun sa parang comm skills week. Meron yon. Kailangan hindi naman kailangan American accent because I'm an example. I don't have kahit isang gramo ng American accent wala ako, but I survived, right?
Diba? You just need to understand.
Kailangan lang neutral, you can explain things, especially if you're working in a tech support na mahaba yung handling time.
Yes.
Pero kung may mga narinig ko yung mga nag-English or yung iba mga nag-iina-inarting accent, may mga British accent, Australian accent, I mean, huwag nyo na lang silang pansin. Kasi normally doon, mga trainees yon or baka nadadala lang nila. Minsan nga ako, sabi ng mami ko noon, kahit daw tulog ako noon, parang nag-English pa rin ako sa panaginip ko.
Diba?
Kasi ganoon talaga yon. If you really want the job, if you really want to pass the training, you have to try hard. Bisa sinasabi nila sa akin, naku, napaka-trying hard naman na ito, nag-English. Parang, I try hard because this is what I want.
Yes.
Diba?
Kailangan mo i-embody yun.
Yeah, yun lang. Medyo now-off lang siguro yung iba kasi hindi nga tayo sanay dito. Parang meron kasing connotation na when you keep on speaking English, masyado kang konyo, masyado kang pasosyal or social climber. Isa yun sa mga misconceptions about call center people, but it's not true. I mean, a lot of people in the call center are working there because they support their families. Okay.
Tsaka syempre, we want to be the best in where we work. No? Kung English naman lagi kasi yung kausap mo, how can you be an effective communicator kung hindi ka marunong mag-express ng sarili mo in English? Diba? Especially pag sanay ka magsalita ng Tagalog, sanay ka magsalita ng Bisaya or whatever yung naging language mo before English. Dialect rather, diba?
Or your mother tongue.
Oo, diba? Mas ma-express mo yung mga bagay pag mother tongue mo yung gamit mo. But in the BPO industry and in the call center industry, hindi mo pwedeng i-mother tongue yung mga sinaserve mo. Diba? You want them to understand directly, quickly, kung ano yung gusto mong address dun sa mga problems nila. Kaya, siguro, when we hear na maraming ang nagkukonyo and all, we get irritated kung minsan wala ka sa mood, ayaw mo silang mapakinggan. But it's your reaction.
Exactly.
Diba? It's something that you can control. So, pag ayaw mo silang mapakinggan and on, turn on your headset, diba? Don't hate the person.
And just because nag-i-English, ibig sabihin nun parang hindi na mahal yung sariling wika. May mga ganun kasi mga super lalim mag-isip. Minsan hindi ko kinakaya. Minsan, alam mo naman ako, diba? I have a channel and then I do get negative comments. I just don't focus on them because I focus more on people who appreciate.
Yes, true.
The secret of being in a social media. You just choose what you look at.
Because you are there in the first place for the people na gusto mong tulungan.
Exactly.
Nag-a-appreciate
I
sa'yo,
know
diba?
my purpose. So, ayun nga. Minsan iniisip nila, ay naku, masyado ka English, ganyan. Parang just to let you know, kay Filipino ka and then you're here in the Philippines. But, you know, you have to think globally, okay?
Yes.
You're trying to reach an international market or a wider audience.
Yes.
And of course, gusto mo rin tulungan yung mga taong gusto makapasok sa industry. And how will you help them kung hindi mo naman sila i-empower na kailangan nilang matutunan to? And then I'm also promoting na learn a third language. Hindi lang naman parang English and Filipino lang or kahit may dialect ka. Kasi I know how to speak Bicol. Bicolano.
Wow.
Diba? So parang kaya ganun po ka-talented ang mga Filipino. Kaya pag minsan iniisip nila na masyado tayong world class, there are a lot of people around the world na nagpapamalas lang kanilang mga talents and skills. Kasi nga, so super galing natin siguro mag-adapt.
Oo.
Diba, you mentioned to me that you went to Dubai.
Yeah, I actually worked in Dubai for 1 year na. And what was very challenging is, ang company na I get into is very multicultural na ang dami mong katrabahong hindi Filipino. So, ang challenge naman dun is how do you communicate? You have to understand yung culture nila kasi hindi mo alam na sinabi niya yun not really to offend you. Ganun lang talaga sila magsalita. So, yun yung maganda about it, no? Na hindi naman ibig sabihin na nag-i-English ka, hindi ka na marunong. In fact, if magaling ka mag-English, ibig sabihin,
it's an advantage,
magaling ka din sa Tagalog or sa mother tongue mo. Kasi na-express mo yung express. Oh my God. Na-express mo.
Yun naman yung pag-live no? Like pag-vlog, pwede kong i-edit out after.
Yan, tao lang po.
Okay lang, at least live talaga tayo.
Oo, na-express mo yung sarili mo more. Yun yung important doon. Tsaka another misconception yata is yung pag call center agent, smoker ka na agad.
Yeah, oo.
Diba? Hindi po,
agad.
pag nasa BPO ka, smoker ka na agad. Hindi po ako nagsismoke and I have nothing against yung nagsusmoke. In fact, yun kasi yung pagpapalabas nila dun sa stress. Diba?
Correct.
Imagine mo naman, almost whole day ka pinapagalitan. Paano mo ipapalabas yung stress mo?
We have our own ways para mag-stress and then para mag-release ng mga anxiety natin sa work. So, we don't really promote smoking, but ayun lang namin na parang generalize yung mga call center people na smokers, and then dati na-link pa siya sa mga HIV cases na parang yung mga nasa call center daw parang talamak yung HIV because of the lifestyle or anything like that, and then talamak daw yung drugs kaya may mga drug tests and all that. But not just in a call center, it happens in every company, in every industry.
Mag-avoid lang siguro tayo dun sa pag-stereotype natin. Because we do not know how many people we offend by doing so. You know, little knowledge is very dangerous, no? Yung hindi mo alam masyado yung concept about it, yung background nila, and then you judge. Yun, mahirap
especially
yun.
In the age of social media right now.
Mabilis lang mag-judge, diba?
I mean, everything can become an expert. Diba? For example, meron lang finals yung basketball. Lahat na basketball expert. Mayroon lang parang boxing analyst. Ang dami political analyst yan sa Facebook.
You can always say your opinion, pero be open to others naman din, diba? So yun, maraming nagsismoke, yes, pero outlet nila yun eh. You're stressed for the whole day. So kung yun yung expression nila para matanggal yung stress nila, sa kanila yun. Well, sa akin, obvious naman, stress eater ako. So pag nasi-stress ako, kain ako ng kain sa Lumolobo.
Ako naman tulog kasi parang isa po yun sa mga isa-sacrifice ninyo when you enter the industry. Parang kung before, parang ayaw mo matulog during yung college days or high school days mo, diba? Parang gusto mo manood.
Nocturnal, kunwari ka.
Yeah, diba? Pero ngayon, parang kung pag may mga weekend, parang hindi ko na kayang, siguro yung mga early days ko na parang walwal days talaga, yung mga Saturday, mga weekends, walwal days. Pero, yun nga, as you grow old or as you go into the
hindi naman old, as you age gracefully.
Okay, let's just call it that way. As you mature, parang mas ma-appreciate mo yung mga time na kung pwede kang matulog ka na lang. Kasi kailangan mo talaga ng rest kasi demanding yung job physically, emotionally, and you know, ano pa ba? spiritual or anything.
Lahat na ng aspect ng life, no? Kasi syempre, kailangan mo i-balance lahat eh. Tsaka, hindi pwedeng bad trip ka labas, tapos pagdating mo sa office, bad trip ka din, anong kakausapin? Hello, ano?
Exactly.
Bakit ganon? Hindi pwedeng ganon.
Kung ano yung mga problema natin sa bahay, iniiwan natin sila. Kasi nga, for example, you're talking to an American na may problema sa kanyang internet or mayroong problema sa kanyang bills, hindi mo pwedeng ilabas yung frustration mo doon o ilabas or kasi maging condescending or maging sarcastic ka kasi narinig ko yun ng QA. Kaya isa yun sa mga parang magte-train sa'yo talaga na be professional.
True.
Ako, once I badge in, I'm all business. I mean, parang kahit ano yung, minsan may katabi nga ako nun umiiyak siya during the call, pero hindi mo maririnig pag pinakinggan mo yung recording. Parang she broke up with her boyfriend, tapos parang alam namin yung nangyari. Pero
wow, that's very painful.
during the call, I mean, she was like very professional. Na-handle niya talaga lahat. Tapos yung shift. Kasi nga, ang hirap pong umabsent ang hirap mag-leave kaya pag nasa call center ka, parang you're being tied dun sa, kailangan mo kasi yung SLA or parang meron kasi kayong agreement na kailangan may quota kayo ng calls in a day.
You turn around time nun din.
So, hindi siya katulad ng ibang industry na parang kung tinatamad ka lang, text mo na lang yung boss mo. Ito, kahit pa mag-plan ka na ng leave mo for a week or 2 weeks or 1 month, pwede pa siyang ma-deny. Okay, kahit may plane ticket ka na.
Complete na. Mas mahirap pa kaysa dun sa approval ng mga visa.
Sabi nga nila, sabi nga ng friend ko, parang sa call center daw, parang wala kang karapatan umabsent unless yung yung karamdaman mo daw malapit na sa kamatayan.
Oh, diba?
Ganun siya. Unless parang, diba, kung kaya mo mag-send ng MedCert at kaya mo pumunta ng hospital, kaya mo rin pumunta ng office. At kahit pa bumabagyo, lumilindol,
immortal po tayo.
Naranasan ko yung lumilindol, parang, kailan mo yun, 2013, lumilindol siya. Sabi nung floor manager namin, floor manager ba? OM, or operations manager, guys, it's shaking but you have to take your calls. BAU. Kasi parang ano na naman siya.
Buhay!
Ganun siya. You really have to be professional and just be resourceful na lang. Kami nun minsan nagpa-brown out na, hinahayaan lang na namin. Notepad na lang kami.
Wow, ang galing!
Hindi nyo lang po yung nakikita. Kasi, for example, you're talking to some call center agents. For example, tatawag kayo sa mga utility bills ninyo or mga phone companies, di ba? Parang inisip nyo lang, nakaupo lang to dyan maghapon. Hindi nyo alam dyan, iba dyan kumakain or whatever, iba dyan. Diba?
Nagmumultitask just so mabigay lang nila yung service na kailangan mo.
Ayan. So, paano ba tayo napunta sa call center? Okay, so of course, mag-start muna tayo sa application. Okay?
Ay, eto na yan.
Next topic po natin after ng commercial break, we will talk about the interview tips or ano ba yung mga struggles ng nag-a-apply pa lang sa call center. Okay?
Whether you be fresh graduate or naghahanap ka lang talaga ng new job, diba?
Exactly.
Makakaba ka ba din?
We will talk about it. So after a few minutes, okay?
Babalik kami.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Good vibes sa inyong Sabado ng umaga. Mga makabuluhang talakayan at kaalaman para sa ating mamamayan. Yan ang hatid sa inyo ni Miss Vivian Velez sa programang Double V. Si Miss Vivian Velez sa Double V. Tuwing Sabado alas 6:30 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga. Dito lamang sa DZRJ 810 AM H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Makibahagi sa talakayan at usapin ng mga nagpapanahong negosyo kasama si John Paul sa programang BizTalk 101. Makinig at matuto sa mga kwento ng tagumpay sa pagninegosyo. BizTalk 101. BizTalk 101 kasama si John Paul. Linggo alas 5 hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Dito lamang sa DZRJ 810 AM. Hatid sa inyo ng H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Kayo'y nakikinig sa DZRJ 810 AM H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. This program is brought to you by H-Rai Media Pro Incorporated.
Muli po nagbabalik ang Call Center Radio dito pa rin sa DC.
Yeah.
Okay. Muli po nagbabalik ang Call Center Radio dito pa rin sa DZRJ 8:10 AM at live na live pa rin kami sa YouTube, sa Facebook. We have some visitors, Ali Mariano, and we have Jess Buendia, Janina.
Good morning!
Good morning, Joffrey, Bien Peñaflor, Joshua Erbon, Divina K. Katakutan. Ayun, ang dami nating viewers. I mean, hindi ko na-expect to kasi super aga.
Yeah. Hindi, kasi yung iba, di ba, kakarating lang from work. So, evening pa sa kanila ngayon to.
Yeah. And also, we are currently live on simulcast sa
Dai Masbate Explore TV Channel 17, Phil Products Cable TV Butuan, 107.1 Power FM Puerto Princesa, Palawan, and 97.1 Wow FM Rojas, Palawan.
Nationwide, basta doon. So, ibig sabihin, ganun tayo nationwide ngayon.
Yes.
Okay. Sana lang
diba?
Magte-trending tayo kung may Twitter account lang.
Oo.
If you guys
next time, mag-hashtag tayo.
Actually, ginamit ko kagabi yung hashtag ng Call Center Radio.
Ayun. So, hashtag tayo, guys.
Try natin, guys, kahit dito man lang sa Quezon City.
Oo, hashtag Call Center Radio.
Call Center Radio. Kasi, first na meron siyang Call Center Radio sa AM station.
Yes.
And I'm very honored to host the show with you, Tanya.
Thank you, MA.
I mean, alam ko marami tayong nai-inspire ngayon.
Yes. And marami nakaka-relate,
yeah,
diba?
And speaking of inspiration.
Yes. Speaking of inspiration, kasi kami, we are like you, no, na binigyan ng opportunity. And ang nagbigay sa amin ng opportunity is syempre yung walang iba, one and only voice master, poging voice master in the Philippines.
Kahapon.
Si Sir Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. And because of that, no, magpapakita lang kami a short video, the Pochologist video. We will be showing it. Wait lang daw. Hindi pa ready. Wait lang naman, guys. Sorry naman.
Okay, so while waiting for that, also thank let's also plug other programs ng Pochology Academy.
Yes. We have this Negosyo Kabataan Youth Entrepreneurship Academy. Kasi yung advocacy pala ni Sir Choi is more on the youth advocacy. And he also has an advocacy for everyone who uses the voice. We have for the teachers, we have the microphone club, ganon.
Call center, di ba?
Yan, call center, yes.
Boses ang puhunan.
Oo. yung mga profession na akala natin, madali lang. Pero kung mawalan ka ng boses, para kang ding mapipilay kasi wala kang support. Yun kasi yung parang cream of the crop ng profession mo. Mm-hmm. So, di ba, kailangan alagaan yung boses. Ayan. So, we have then Society of Young Filipino Speakers. And, of course, yung the Microphone Club, which I am a member of. And we also have Creative Voices and gusto ko maging voice talent. Yun yung sa mga gustong mag-dub, voice acting. And the last one is for Tibos. Okay? So, any of the shows pwede kayong manood, diba? Sunod-sunod naman din yung iba today.
Mm-hmm.
Yan.
Right. Ang daming nagpa-pilot airing ngayong araw na to. I mean,
this is very special, no?
Very special yung Mother's Day. I mean, it's like a perfect gift. Diba? To your mom, to my
imagine mo yung mga moms natin ngayon, they must be very proud of their anak.
Proud.
Kasi hindi naman sila na kailangan mo mag-aral ka lang. They also want us to
pursue
our passion and our dreams, which is very nice. And Mother's Day is not only for the mothers yung nagluwal lang ng babies, no? We also want to greet all the mothers at heart. Kasi ang hirap maging mother.
Exactly.
You want to guide.
Kasi parang na-feel ko maging mother. Exactly. Diba? Kasi parang kahit na hindi ka naman babae or kahit na hindi ka naman talaga mother, as long as you're caring, diba?
You're loving, diba?
Yeah. Selfless.
Oo, ganun yun eh.
Fearless, sasabihin ko.
Fearless. Fried chicken yun sa Army Navy.
Ang hirap ng live. I mean, ito, kaya ko din to tinanggap tong hosting gig na to kasi it puts me out of my comfort zone. Sanay kasi ako na pag sa YouTube, diba, pwede mong i-edit na lang bago mo i-upload. So, yung mga yung mga tinatanggal ko lahat yun. So, magmumukha akong spontaneous. Pangit yung diction ko dito or pangit yung pronunciation.
Retake. Ganon.
Pero just like in a call center, center po, pag nag-live radio ka or sa call center, kapag may calls ka, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng i-pause yung customer mo, hindi mo pwedeng bawiin kung ano yung sinabi mo. Normally, pwede mong i-adlib na lang na, pwede mong, pero most of the time, okay, pag nasabi mo na siya, okay.
Yun na yun.
Patay ka na sa QA or dun sa survey.
Panindigan mo
sa CSAT, okay, may customer satisfaction survey po sa call center. Kaya isa yung sa pinaka-challenging na metric for me.
Yeah.
Bukod dun sa handling time kasi napakadaldal ko. So, umi-exceed talaga ako dun sa parang average handling time sa call.
Sumusobra. Pero that's a good thing, no? People make mistakes. Okay? It's okay to make mistakes. Basta make sure lang na the next time, hindi mo na yan gagawin ulit. Kasi we should learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. Failures are not bad. What you have to focus on is ano yung natutunan mo. Diba? And so that you won't do it again. Ay, iba naman ulit mistake.
And then some people din, yung mga nag-a-apply sa call center, parang iniisip nila, ma-reject lang sila once. Parang sa kanila, di na nila tinatry na i-pursue ulit or di na nila tinatry na mag-apply ulit.
You mentioned application.
Job application. Because
ako,
nag-apply ako twice akong na-reject bago ako na-hire ng employer ko, which I'm staying there for like 7 years na. So, I mean, don't lose hope.
Yes.
I mean, keep your faith and then just keep on trying. Because, you know, what's there to lose? Okay, keep on trying, guys.
Tsaka important din, no, na first pa lang, meron ka ng impression na binibigay sa kanila for you to be hired.
Never be afraid of rejection because normally may mga no's ka talagang marireceive sa life mo. May mga no, hindi ka pwede.
Hindi ka pwede ng burger.
Just take the lesson and come out stronger. That's what I'm telling people na kapag nireject ka, okay, try again.
Maybe that's not for you. Go for something better. Diba?
Yeah, and then just kung pwede mong malaman kung ano yung parang naging weakness mo doon or kung pwede mong ma-improve kung ano yung mga ginawa mong mali, pwede mo siyang gawin ulit. Gawin ulit yung mistake. No?
Hindi yung mistake.
Pwede mo siyang i-correct and then para ma-improve mo yung sarili mo and then ma-hire ka na next time, di ba?
Yeah. So, di ba important na first impression last pero hindi naman talaga siya naglalast. You can still change it. Pero for most times, 7 seconds of your time actually is an impression that you make to the person. Yeah. So, yun nga, napag-usapan natin kanina yung about interview, especially for
how do you prepare for an interview in general, not just in a call center, for any job?
Ito hindi to standard kasi we just wanna talk about it casually kung paano tayo mag-uusap. You can always change it, no? It's just an advice based on experience or something. So, normally pag interview, how do we prepare? So, we prepare, syempre, unahin natin, what are the common questions? Diba?
Kung sa inyo, mag-research muna kayo about dun sa company. For example, you're applying for this tech company, IT company, or multinational company, visit yung website. Kailangan may alam kayo dun sa mga products nila,
that's
mga
very
services
important.
Nila. It's important. And then, look professional, okay? Try to be at your best. Not really super ganda or basta presentable, okay? Kahit pa sinasabi na call center, ang trabaho, or kaya naman panggabi, pumunta ka pa rin doon na naka-formal attire. Hindi naman yung parang super coat. Naka-suit and tie, but you know, corporate.
Okay. Tsaka it's important to know, no, na kapag ikaw you're going to an event, you're going to an interview, or anywhere, this is applicable to anywhere, always dress up. Kasi it's not, it's gonna help you more than it will hurt you na mag-dress up ka.
Kesa mag-dress down.
Oo.
Kesa
mag-underdress ka, parang ang hirap i-pull up.
T-shirt ka.
Tapos kung naka-dress up ka naman, diba, mas ready ka for the event.
Diba? Ibig sabihin no, parang nakikita ng employer or ng recruiter na parang you're taking it seriously in interview. Kasi they invest time.
Tsaka, and hindi lang din to applicable dun sa mga maging interview. Yung gustong ma-promote or something, dress up for the job.
Exactly.
Diba?
The job that you want, not for the job that you have.
Pag gusto mo maging manager, look like a manager. Diba? I-portray mo na to, feeling ko, ito na to, magiging manager na ako. Ganyan. Feel it first. Tapos mararamdaman yun ng interviewer mo.
That's true.
Diba?
Napansin ko rin yun na normally talaga parang nasa pagdadala mo yan ng sarili mo. Minsan kahit na hindi naman ganong katangkad, kahit na hindi naman ganong kagaling, or kahit na hindi naman ganong ka-perfect magsalita, pero nadadala siya ng parang pleasing personality.
Yes.
And then parang the rest will follow. Kasi nga, lahat naman tayo papasok tayo sa call center or sa isang industry na first time, okay? Wala namang madali sa itong radio hosting ko, it's first time, okay? But meron ka kasing parang learning curve, okay? And then as you go along, you will really learn a lot from your mistakes.
They give you time.
I know kapag pinanood ko to, marami tayong makikita na parang opportunities for improvement. And then as we mature, as we tenure doon sa profession natin, di ba?
Tenure
mag-i-improve na mag-i-improve. So, I'm hoping na tumagal yung show natin. Keep on supporting us, guys.
Yes. Para magtagal tayo dito na we can give more advices. So, what else ba? Excuse me, what else ba? Pag nag-interview ako, normally kasi, di ba, ang tinatanong, this is very easy, but mind you, ang hirap ng sagot. Tell us more about yourself. Diba?
Yeah.
Yung tell me about yourself. Tell me something about yourself. Do not tell them what is in your resume. Because prior to interviewing you, they might have read it na. Kahit na 5 minutes before interview, they can read it naman na. So do not tell them what's inside there. Tell them something interesting about you. Remember, you want to leave an impression. So kung gusto mong magmarka ka sa tao na yun, do something remarkable.
Yeah, you promote, I suggest you promote your strengths.
Yes.
Your, kung fresh grads ka, wala ka pang masyadong mga experiences, yung mga seminars na na-attendan mo, yung mga talents mo, yung mga skills mo. Okay? Because you really have to prove them that you're gonna be a value para dun sa company nila na it's worth na mag-invest sila sa'yo.
Tsaka remember, ilan kayong mag-a-apply, di ba?
Super higpit ng competition.
Yes.
Pero minsan nakakalungkot kasi inisip nila wala masyadong opportunities here in the Philippines. But the truth is, ang daming jobs. Okay? Ang problem lang, konti lang talaga yung pumapasa. I mean, yung qualified applicants. Okay?
And if you wanna be qualified, syempre kailangan mo mag-prepare.
Sa resume pa lang, kailangan talaga professional looking siya. And then, yung iba magtatanong din sa akin, pwede po mag-apply sa call center kahit na undergrad ako. Pwede. Kasi, I mean, for me, call center is a very diverse and dynamic industry.
True.
Marami akong nakilala dito na may edad na, meron ditong may mga PWD, persons with disabilities, meron ditong mga undergrad, meron ditong mga retired from abroad. So, lahat. I mean, para siyang marketplace. Sabi ko nga dito, para siyang palengke na kahit sino pwede mo makilala. And then, nakakatuwa yung pag nasa isang team na kayo, makakita kayo ng mga common grounds. And then, makita mo talaga doon na parang all you have to do is to really open yourself na, and open your mind na huwag mo i-close. Kasi normally, meron tayong mga conflicts like magkaiba tayo ng religion, magkaiba kayo ng political views, magkaiba kayo ng race. Minsan may mga magkakatim ka doon na from other countries or minsan may mga katim ka doon na from the province. So, di ba? I mean, just
find the positive about it, di ba? Learn what, ano ba, culture nila.
Yeah, isa rin yun sa mga pinaka-natutunan ko sa call center, to interact with people of different cultures.
Especially
get to know
yung mga
overseas or yung mga foreigners. Kasi isa yun sa mga challenges, di ba, naranasan nyo na ba yung parang may kipag-usap kayo sa foreigner, in English na kayo, and then parang, nag-stutter kayo gano'n. Kasi you're not really used to it. And Filipinos are not used to it. I mean, we are normally parang shy kapag nandun, di ba? Parang we actually tell them na, okay, we are actually thinking na parang they are better than us kasi nga dahil mga white sila or whatever. Pero pag nagtrabaho ko na sa call center, parang minsan CEO ng, for example, ng isang big company sa US, minsan kachat mo lang or minsan kapag kasama mo siya sa cafe,
normal na lang yung makikipaghalubilo sa kanila.
Isa yung sa mga pinaka-na-develop. Kaya rin siguro ako naging YouTuber
Tsaka siguro last one for yung sa interview tip, di ba tatanungin nila kayo about strengths and weaknesses? I-cater nyo yung strengths nyo, ibenta nyo yung strengths mo. And then when you're asked about the weakness, sabihin nyo na weakness nyo siya, but make it a strength. Right. Yung sabihin mo na, paano ba example? Weakness ko is siguro
masyado kang perfectionist.
Diba?
Parang,
yun, common, masyado kang perfectionist. Siguro, gawin mo siyang, tell it in a positive way. Yes, perfectionist ako, which makes me,
critical to details.
Yun.
I want everything to be smooth.
Yes, yung gusto ko talaga right the first time. So yun, diba? It's a weakness kasi, perfectionist ka masyado, siguro madedelay ng konti yung mga job. Pero, what is there? Right the first time. Hindi na kailangan baguhin pa yung ginawa mo, diba?
You have to promote yourself. By the way, marami pa tayo actually tips na pwedeng i-share sa kanila. But unfortunately, napakabilis ng 1 hour. Okay. So, napaka-informative naman ang ating first episode. I'm very happy na na-survive na.
Diba? Ang purpose naman din nito is to inspire, empower,
and inform people.
Diba?
Ayun. So, abangan nyo po kami ulit next Sunday from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m. dito lang po sa DZRJ 810 a.m. Kasama pa rin po sa ating live broadcast ang sa YouTube at sa Facebook. And meron ka ba mga gustong batiin?
I'd like just to greet my family, namimiss ko na sila there from
ko na, nasa
Cebu.
YouTube sila, nasa Facebook sila actually ngayon live.
And we also like to take this opportunity na mag-thank you kay Sir Choi for giving us this very nice.
It's such an honor, like an honor student.
Diba? First honor ka.
First honor, like parang hanggang ngayon parang nanaginip pa rin ako. Alright. So, by the way, bago tayo magtapos sa ating session for today, we are going to play the video of
Sir Pocholo. Siya po yung...
siya yung voice master ng Philippines na talaga namang isa sa pinakakilalang motivational speaker. Tsaka, ang maganda kay Sir Choi, nagbibigay talaga siya ng opportunity to everyone. So, please watch the Pochologist video. So, muli, ako po ang inyong ka-teammate, M.A. Buendia.
And I am Tanya Sempron. Hope to see you next week.
See you next Sunday. Log out na, guys. Bye!
Bye!
Be inspired. Be motivated. Be empowered. For a few minutes each day, the Pochologist helps you discover your potential and bring out your greatness, igniting your passion and developing your skills. Pocholo Gonzalez is your Pochologist, your mentor, and your friend in the school of life.
Magandang araw kaibigan. Ako si Pocholo De Leon Gonzalez, aka The Voice Master, ang inyong Pochologist. Ako ang founder ng Pochology Academy, the school of life that inspires every Filipino towards greatness, excellence, and success. Alam mo, meron akong tanong sa'yo, kaibigan. Bakit ka bumabangon ngayon? O, bakit ka bumangon ngayon? Bakit ka gumigising? O, bakit ka gumising? Naligo, nagbihis, at umalis ng bahay. Saan ka ba pupunta? At bakit ka pupunta sa pupuntahan mo? Marami sa atin, isa lang ang sagot dyan, para magtrabaho at kumita ng pera. Meron pa ako isang tanong sa'yo ha. Kung araw-araw gumigising ka para magtrabaho at kumita ng pera, ito ang malupit kong tanong sa'yo. Masaya ka ba sa ginagawa mo? Alam mo, hindi masamang kumita ng pera. Lahat tayo may pangangailangan na dapat tustusan. Kahit naman ako Ang nakakalungkot dito ay yung idea na pera ang nagiging motivation ng tao para kumilos. Kaya kahit ayaw nila yung ginagawa nila, paulit-ulit silang babangon tuwing umaga para gawin yung kailangan nilang gawin imbis na yung gusto nilang gawin. Ikaw ba, kaibigan? Ilang pangarap na ang isinantabi mo at sinabi mong, saka na yan? Kapag marami na akong pera. Alam mo, bilang isang motivational speaker at trainer, marami na akong nakilalang tao. Mga kapwa ko speaker, mga estudyante, teacher, businessman, at kitang-kita ko sa mga mukha nila kung sino yung masaya at hindi masaya sa buhay. At alam mo ba kung ano ang na-realize ko? Hindi lahat ng maraming pera ay masaya. At hindi lahat ng masaya ay maraming pera. At alam mo kung sino ang nakita kong tunay na masaya sa buhay? Yung mga taong ginagawa nila yung tinatawag nilang purpose nila sa buhay. Siguro naisip mo, wow! Purpose? What a big word! Kaibigan, big word talaga. Dahil ang purpose mo ay ang iyong misyon. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit ka nabubuhay sa mundong ito. Alam ninyo, bata pa lang ako, nadiskubre ko na ang talento ko sa pagboboses. Ikaw ba naman, 7 years old ka, laking probinsya, walang ibang libangan kundi radyo. Gabi-gabi, nakikinig ako nung drama sa radyo na Gabi ng Lagim. At para mas lalo ko pang maaliw ang sarili ko, ginagaya ko yung mga boses sa drama. Yung ganito di ba pag gabi matutulog ka, bubuksan ng radyo, ganito yung maririnig mo. Isang gabi ng lagim. si Utoy at si Lolo Tasyo ay naligaw sa kagubatan.
Ha? Lolo Tasyo, pasensya na kayo ha. Ang sarap kasi maglaro din sa puno.
Ay naku apo, sabi ko sa'yo umuwi na tayo. Siyan tuloy, gumabi na.
Ha, Lolo, may gumagalaw.
Sino kayo? Anong ginagawa niyo dito?
Lolo, may monster.
Ay nako, huwag ka mag-alala anak. Hindi mo ba alam po? Ako si Kapitan Kangkong. Kapitan Kangkong! Bshh! Humanda ka sa akin puno. Itong bagay sa'yo. Ya! Ito ba? Ayan, patay na ang puno.
Ha? Ang galing mo, Lolo.
O ayan ha. Ang galing no. Ako lang mag-isa yun. O di ba? Doon ko talaga na-realize na kaya kong magpalit-palit ng boses. At doon din nabuo ang aking munting pangarap. Ang marinig ang boses ko sa radyo. Hindi maging broadcaster. Masaya na ako na makatawag ako sa isang radio station tapos babatiin ko yung nanay ko on air. Yun lang. Binabati ko nanay ko si Avelina Gonzalez ng Mariveles Bataan. Yun lang. Simple lang naman yung pangarap ko noon eh. Pero nung napadpad ako sa Maynila para mag-college sa UP Diliman, doon ko natagpuan ng isang oportunidad na sumali sa isang radio drama contest sa DZMM. Lupit, di ba? DZMM yun, ABS-CBN. Yung radyo-radyo. At doon ko napatunayan yung galing ko sa pagboboses. At 16 years old, isa ako sa nag-champion out of 10,000 na nag-audition. Kaya naging bahagi ako ng Barkadahang Radyo-Radyo, yung grupo ng kabataan na nagre-radio drama noon sa DZMM. Ako pa ang nagdidirect at nagsusulat ng mga drama na ginagawa namin noon. Pagkatapos noon, napasok ko na ang mundo ng dubbing at voice-over. At sabi nga nila, the rest is history. Pagka-graduate ko ng college, nagkaroon naman ako ng pagkakataon na makapag-travel bilang isang delegate ng Ship for Southeast Asian Youth Program o SEYAP. Dito ko natagpuan ang isang passion ko para makapag-inspire, lalo na sa kapwa ko kabataan. Doon din ako nagsimula ng aking karera sa motivational speaking. Hanggang sa ngayon, 16 years later, masasabi kong isa na ako sa pinakakilala sa larangan ng public speaking sa bansa. Ngayon, ako ay isang voice artist, voice director, voice teacher, youth advocate, broadcaster, author, trainer, at motivational speaker. Taon-taon, naiikot ko halos ang buong Pilipinas para mag-talk. Marami na nga nagtanong sa akin, natutulog ka pa ba? Sagot ko naman, kung araw-araw kang masaya sa ginagawa mo, sana nga, hindi na kailangan matulog. So, what's the point? Yan ang pakiramdam ng ginagawa mo, yung purpose mo sa buhay. Marami ka nagagawa, nakikilala, nararating, at higit sa lahat, alam mong nagiging inspirasyon ka sa iba. Living your purpose is where your best talent meets your greatest passion. At para sa akin, yun ay ang magamit ang boses ko to make other people better and happy. Kaya nga ang mantra ko sa buhay, with pureness in my heart, I will use my skills and talents to make other people better and happy with greatness and excellence. Siguro kaibigan, naisip mo, buti ka pa, na-discover mo na yung purpose mo. Paano naman ako? Alam ko yan. Kaya naman may regalo ko sa'yo. Alam mo ba na pwede mong madiscover ang iyong life purpose in just 2 minutes? Oo, 2 minuto lang by just answering these 5 questions. Ito lang naman ang 5 tanong na magdadala sa'yo sa iyong freedom and happiness. Ready ka na ba? Isulat mo ha. Number 1, who you are. Who are you? Bigyan kita ng clue ha. Ang sagot dito ay ang pangalan mo. Diba pag tinanong ka, who are you? I'm Pucholo. Number 2, what do you do? Ang isasagot mo dyan ay verb. Yung action na gagawin mo araw-araw. So ano ba yun para sa'yo? Do you write, teach, dance, cook? Isipin mo yan mabuti ha. For example, ako, I do voices. I speak. I broadcast. Yun. Or I write. Number 3, who do you do it for? Sino ba yung mga taong nangangailangan ng talent mo o ginagawa mo? Kabataan ba? Mga businessman? Kababaihan? O mga teacher? For example, ako, ikaw, I do it for you kasi nakikinig ka sa akin, di ba? At alam ko, makakatulong ang lahat ng sinasabi ko sa'yo sa buhay mo. Number 4, what do they need? Ano ba yung mga kailangan nila sa'yo? O ano ang kailangan nila na mapupunan mo with your talent and passion? Sabi ko nga, always ask the world what it needed from you that your talents and skills can provide. Ano ba yung kailangan ng mundo sa'yo? Ano ba meron sa'yo? Alam mo, wala ka naman maibibigay kung wala naman sa'yo. You can only give what you have. For example, you can only share happiness if you're happy. And you can only share love if you love yourself. Number 5, at ito ang pinaka-importante. How will their life change as a result? Or how will their life change because of what you have done for them? Paano ba magbabago yung buhay nila dahil sa mga nagawa mo sa kanila? Sabi ko nga kanina, your purpose is your mission. Ibig kong sabihin, hindi mo lang gagawin yan para sa sarili mo. Gagawin mo yan dahil alam mo na may mga buhay na magbabago. Siyempre for the better. Ang tanong, paano mo gustong baguhin ang buhay nila? Kaya napaka-importante ng motive at intention sa lahat ng bagay. Minsan di ako naniniwala na, alam mo yan, tao nagbabago. Ang totoo, walang taong nagbabago. Lumalabas lang ang totoo. O diba? 5 tanong lang yan ha. Kapag nasagot mo yan, you are on your way to living a happy life that positively impacts other people. Kaibigan, pag-isipan mo yan ng mabuti. Dahil kapag alam mo na kung bakit ka nabubuhay sa mundo, sigurado, mabubuhay ang mundo mo. Sana marami kayong natutunan sa akin ngayong araw na ito. Bisitahin nyo lang ang aking website, pochology.com or pochologist.com. That's POCHOLOGIST.com for your daily dose of motivation and empowerment. Pero always remember inspiration and motivation has expiration. So kapag hindi mo ginamit yan, useless yan. At i-like nyo rin ang Pochology Academy at The Pochologist sa Facebook. Muli, ako po si Pocholo De Leon Gonzales, ang inyong Pochologist, na nagpapaalala sa inyo na do great and be great. Maraming salamat sa iyo, kaibigan. Hanggang sa muli, paalam.
You just had your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and empowerment from the Pochologist. Tell us what you think by leaving a comment below. Subscribe now for more life lessons. Pocholo Gonzales is your Pochologist, your mentor and your friend in the school of life. The Pochologist. The Pochologist. Inspiring greatness, excellence, and success. Visit www.pochologist.com.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Narito ang mga programang siksik sa balita at impormasyon na buong pusong ipinagmamalaki ng H-Rai Media.